Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Trio Trucks and Travels. Say that 3 times fast, it's definitely a tongue twister. Well, welcome aboard once more, Anthem of the Seas. We are talking today about our Alaska Sea Day. But first, coffee. A huge win for us was the complimentary room service coffee, a perfect solution since the cabin only had a tea kettle. Fill out the menu the night before, which you can usually find underneath your TV, and it has to be done before 3 a.m., and voila, you'll have food delivered to your room in the morning. We took advantage of the paid breakfast options a couple of times. For only $7.95 plus gratuities, you get the same full menu options available in the main dining room, and it's definitely worth it for a relaxed start. Make sure you check out the maple donut. It was amazing. So next up, the iconic North Star. We had this planned, but the high winds out of the middle of the ocean unfortunately led to a cancellation. We tried to reschedule, but it never lined up with our timeline, which was a real bummer. Quick tip, the North Star is a paid experience at sea, but you can usually ride it for free while the ship is docked in port. Even though we had sunny 70-degree weather, it was chilly, so a lot of people opted for the indoor pool. While our 6-year-old loved splashing around the crowded indoor area, the strong smell of chlorine that burned our eyes, and the sheer number of kids made it a bit too rambunctious for us. It's a good spot to burn some energy, but we wouldn't call the small indoor pool our favorite activity on the Anthem. Now, we were most excited about the Seaplex and the bumper cars that we saw in a lot of our travel videos. Unfortunately for our entire cruise, they were down for maintenance. This was a huge letdown for our family. We checked out the carnival day that they also held in the Seaplex, but with the activity feeling more geared toward the 2 to 5-year-olds, and everything even costing more money, the popcorn and the cotton candy, it just didn't quite hit the mark for X. The Seaplex does offer free rock climbing and laser tag, so those are worth checking out, but overall, the entertainment schedule felt a little unpredictable. We decided to try something a little bit different and ended up in a whale watching presentation, and we actually found this super educational, learning all about how to spot whale flukes. The flukes help identify the whales, and it's actually their tail. It was actually really cool to learn so that we could use it on our upcoming whale watching excursion. Now after that, it was back to our favorite ship-wide activity, duck hunting. I know everyone likes that, right? Huge thanks to everyone who hides the ducks. Our daughter was entertained for hours, scouring the ship and finding probably over 20 ducks throughout the week. A guaranteed way to keep the kids busy. Now, one activity that we unexpectedly loved was the dance lessons. It was a blast, and it was great to see so many people out on the dance floor involved. This was held in the 270 area. This was a fantastic way to keep our 6-year-old engaged and happy. The activity team did an excellent job. Now, just keep in mind, if you are not the best dancer, this activity can still be for you. I haven't danced in years. I used to dance in high school, and I found it pretty easy. The teachers go step by step, slow everything down, and don't worry because everyone is learning right next to you. So if you feel like you're not a dancer, don't worry at all. By the time those teachers teach you, you will most definitely have a little pep in your step. That evening was Dressed Your Best night in the main dining room, and we had a really good time dressing up. Have fun with your family, get fancy. But also don't worry, most nights are a bit more casual, like Alaskan casual, and they tell you to go ahead and wear, your sweaters and your nice little tights, anything that is very, very comfortable. I know it was very easy for our family because sometimes we would get back a little bit later from our excursions, and instead of rushing to get ready, we could go right to the main dining room. The main dining room truly knocked it out of the park again with their service and food. We were just so impressed with the main dining room. You have to try the squash soup, the chicken cordon bleu, and of course a side of creme brulee. Who doesn't need creme brulee to cap off their evening? The food was so delicious, and the service once again was very on par. My husband got the prime rib, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. Don't forget to try their apple crumble as well with a side of their homemade ice cream. Chef's kiss. We really just did enjoy the food. Now, after dinner, we went ahead and checked the Royal Caribbean app and found the sweetest event, a daddy-daughter dance. It made our 6-year-old feel so special, with them announcing each father and daughter like they were at a ball and giving her a little princess crown at the end. All of the daughters got a little princess crown, and it was actually one of the perfect events. This was one of our favorites that Royal Caribbean put on, and I hope that they continue to do some more of these in the future. I wish they would do a little bit more diverse and inclusive events for some of the different family structures that we have out in our world. You know, mommy, son, mom, daughter, dad, and son, just to name a few. I did put those recommendations in with Royal Caribbean, so hopefully they'll continue doing this. We definitely enjoyed, and it wasn't just for kids. It was really neat to see a lot of adult daughters with their dads out there dancing on the dance floor. So, would we recommend Anthem of the Seas for a sea day? Yes, but with a big asterisk. Our sea day was pleasant and we found plenty of things to do, but the main draw for families like the bumper cars being down was a really huge bummer. Best advice, call Royal Caribbean directly or one of your travel agents that you're working with and call them ahead of time to confirm the availability of specific activities and amenities that are most important to your family, and really take into consideration your children's ages. Do your homework and you will have a wonderful Alaskan cruise on Anthem of the Seas. Thank you so much for watching, and even though we're a family of 3, we go on epic adventures.